Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81 and today I'm going to take a look at the Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse Miles Morales clear version. Unfortunately, this is not from Sentinel Toys. Okay, so unlike the City Toys, they try to make an effort to make it different as compared to the original. This one here did not take any efforts to make it different at all. Okay, so even though I don't have the original, I have checked out a review video for this one from the Sentinel Toys, and the box looks exactly the same. They don't censor anything, they don't remove any wordings, they just follow blindly. Everything looks the same, and I must say it looks pretty cool, especially on the windows here where you can see how's the figure looking like. Inside of the box we can see some really cool pictures of these clear versions of Miles Morales. And this side of the box you can see the regular Miles Morales. I believe they are promoting the accessories, the heads, and yeah, I think this accessory here, of course it doesn't come with this body because it's being sold separately. This is the top of the box, bottom of the box, and even the back of the box is exactly like the original box. Wow, they just don't care, they just take the whole box. I mean, if it wasn't beat up like this, I would think this is the original stuff, but I got this from AliExpress, so as you have imagined, it is maybe just a quarter of the price. Is very cheap. Okay, so let's find out if the actual figure is as good looking as the box. Okay, so this is the clear versions of Miles Morales right out of the box, and okay, there are good things and bad things. The good thing is when I hold on this figure, it doesn't feel bad, it doesn't feel sticky, it doesn't feel like cheap. It just feels like the original stuff though. But unfortunately, the bad thing is I can see that the paint is kind of sloppy and the joints this feels a bit fragile as well. I mean, it doesn't look good. Okay, let's go through one by one. So from the first look, the blue of the figures, the plastic, this looks good. It just feels like it's translucent, as you can see. The joints, and you can see this is almost like transparent here, but it's very inconsistent. Like some parts are not, as you can see on the feet. This part here is like transparent, but not on the thighs. It's rather dark blue here, so I think the original should looks better. And the white paint is kind of sloppy. You can kind of see that it's not being painted well, especially on the eyes though. You can still see that there are black linings on it. I think it's not entirely white even on the original, but I don't think it should be having a black line as well. Okay, other than that, I think it's okay. And oh yeah, here you can even see the metal rings on it. This is, again, I'm not sure if it's on the original. I have not watched the review entirely. I just check out the box and when he reviewed the figures right out of the box, and that's about it. Okay, and yeah, okay, from here I think this one just being painted okay though. Yep, yeah, that's about it. It doesn't have much details. It's basically just being painted in blue, or should I say they just use a blue mold to make this entire figure. Oh yeah, they have some sculpted details there as well, not very obvious, but you can feel it. And other than that, I think this is to be frank, I think I'm just getting it just to see how good or how bad it looks, because the price is quite promising. It's not very expensive, and there's another major reason why I'm getting this guy, and I'll let you know later. Okay, so let's move on to the articulation. I believe it should be very close to the original, so I'll start with the head. So you can look to the right, looks to the left. It does have the very smooth feelings, just like the original. Looking up, yep, pretty good. Looking down is, yeah, there's a big gap there, but I'm pretty sure the original have that as well. So it does have a separate neck, so the head can move rather smoothly. It's not loose, but it's just smooth. As for the hand, you can turn 360 degree. This part itself is not very smooth. Okay, so moving side, oh okay, I think I'm being too hard. Moving sideways is just not too good. Yeah, it's just less than 90 degrees there. Okay, yeah, what does it, okay, is there a butterfly joint? Nope, there isn't. Okay, so there's a bicep shivers and a double joint elbow, which is very good. You can see go all the way in. This is so good. And for his hand, you can also turn it around, but there is no up and down because it's just a pack. Yeah, there's no joint there, so you just basically pack it in. And for the torso, there's 2-point articulations there, so you can move very nicely. And even for the waist, you can even turn and shivers around. So I believe this guy can do a pretty good bend forward. Yes, that's pretty good. And bending backwards is, yeah, not too good. Just very slightly. And for the legs, there isn't any pull down mechanism, there isn't any cuts on the tight sole. There is a little bit of shivers, yeah, not too much there. Okay, you can still do some shivers. And kicking forward, I believe yeah, more than 90 degrees there. Okay, kicking backwards is, wow, okay, it's also more than 90 degrees. And there's a double joint knee, which I believe should be like the hand. You can go all the way in. Yep, this is pretty good. Yep, you can do the infamous squatting pose. Okay, and for the legs, there's a ball joint, so you can move it around, ankle rocker there. And there are toe hinges as well. So let's see. I believe this mouse can do a perfect split. Yep. Oh no, almost there. Okay, so the articulation, I believe it should be very close to the original. Yeah, except that it just feels kind of fragile, at least to me. And next we'll move on to the accessory. I'll start with the hands as always. So he just comes with a pair of closed fist hands that's already on the figure, pair of relaxed hand, which is pretty good. My goodness, you can see it's almost like transparent. Pair of closed fist hands with holes on it to hold on to the webbings, pair of open palms hands, and a pair of wall crawling hands. It also comes with a pair of web shooting hands with the webbing attached to it. And from here you can see that, wow, it's being done rather well. The webbing is like a translucent kind. This is rather nice. It just comes with these very nice clear webbings. As you can see, it looks like crystal to me. Yeah, this is pretty good. And as for the effects parts, he just comes with these electrical effects parts for his hand, which I'm not sure if it should looks like this color, this clear white color, or should it be blue, just like how it's being shown in this picture. And it just comes with this interchangeable heads, which looks okay. Yeah, so you can see the difference here. And the next few accessory is the reason why I wanted this set. A right hand for the regular mouse to hold on to this mask, which is what they failed to give it to us on the regular set. So they kind of force you to buy this set in order to have this. So this is rather nice. Wow, you can even see it's quite shiny there. Very nice. And also these regular heads of mouse, half mask ones, somehow the neck come off on its own. Okay, but the head just looks decent, I would say. Not the best. I believe the original will look much better, but this one just looks decent though. And as you know me, I always like a half mask Spider-Man head. And lastly are all these action effects parts, which I really wanted. This is just nice for your posing, for your photography. It just looks very neat with the pow, crack, and what are this yeah, I think something like when he's shooting his webbing, I think. Yeah, this is very neat. It feels very nice though. I believe the original should feel the same. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Yeah, pretty good. Lastly, he just comes with this display stands, but unfortunately I do feel that it's not as solid as the original because parts are actually coming off, especially all these white parts, which is supposed to come off by the way, but I remember the original is not as loose as this. You can see that things are falling off even when I take it out from the plastic containers, and the claw itself is also dropping off the moment I take it out. Yeah, and you can see that it's quite loose, which I think it should be fixable. There's a screw here that I can just tighten it, but other than that I think it's okay. Yeah, at least they give us something that actually looks very similar to the original. Yep. And the best thing is they even give the instructions manual and even have the Sentinel logos here. Wow, they just basically copy everything. This is just nice. I think even the original instruction is black and white, so don't think that because this is fake is black and white. Even the original is black and white.
It does come with an instruction manual, which I'm sure you've all seen before. Also, it just has instructions.
Yeah, so this is as close as you can get to the original. Wow, this is some high quality bootlegs, I would think. So yes, these bootlegs clear version of Miles Morales does come with quite a number of accessories. I believe it's exactly the same amount of accessory when you bought the real Sentinel toys. And next we'll try out some of the accessory onto the figure itself. I hope nothing breaks. Okay, so I'll start with the hands as always. So basically you just remove it very easily, but it's not loose, which is a good thing. Let's try with these web shooting hands. Okay, it's very hard to see because of the transparency. Yeah, okay, so yep, looking pretty good there. And let's try with the right hands, the one with the holes there. Let's see if we can hold on to it well. Okay, and this thing is supposed to be able to hold on to it. Let's see. Wow, this is pretty good. Now this is what I'm talking about. You can hold on to it very well. And next we'll try to interchange the head, so let's take it off. Oh, okay, it just comes off together with the joints and they didn't give an extra, so I have to remove this one here.
It's been 84 years.
Okay, so I managed to pull out the joint, but unfortunately this is not a very good quality joint. As you can see, there are white marks starting to come on because after I remove it, I actually tried to put it in, and which is all good. But when I try to push in this new head into the joint, this whole thing does bend. That's why you have a white mark already. And I believe if I were to do another few times, these joints will break. Yeah, that's the bad quality side of it. Yeah, I can see that it's starting to bend. So this is not a very high quality joints, unfortunately. Yeah, see, start to get bended already. Okay, so maybe I'll just leave it without the joints, but it still can. No, I need to use some blue tack. It's very loose without the joints. Maybe I'll just put it back into this one and see how it goes. No, this thing is not good at all. You can see that it's bended. This is not good, not good. Okay, with a generous amount of blue tack, you can see that it actually hold on to it pretty well. Okay, the joints is not working very nicely. I managed to pop it back into this normal head, but it's already, like, you know, bended very badly now. So I don't want to mess with it anymore. And as for this head, I'll just use some blue tack and it holds on fine. So for the remaining accessory is actually meant for the regular Miles Morales, which I have tested the Amas head. But before I show it to you guys, I would like to share something. When I was about to place the joint on the original ones, it broke on me. Oh my goodness. I was just trying to pop the heads in, the original heads, and it just broke. I don't think I can fix this. This is so bad. We'll take a look at this head itself. So yep, it actually quite hard to fix it on, but once you fix it on, I think it looks okay. I'll compare with the original Miles head. This is from the Sentinel as well. You can see the skin tone is very much different. Yeah, this one is the matte paint, which I always love, and the fake one does have the glossiness on it. I believe if you have buy the real one, it should be something like this skin tone, not as shiny as this one looks. But from afar, I think he does looks okay though. And next, I'd like to try on the right hands, which is this one here. So let's hope nothing breaks. I'm really afraid now after breaking the neck joints. Okay, let's see. Okay, this went in. I believe this hand is actually meant for holding on to this mask. Yeah, I think so. From the instruction manual, it just seems like this hand is supposed to hold on to this mask, but unfortunately for this bootleg, it's not going to happen. I have tried many times. It just doesn't hold on to it unless I use some blue tack, which will then hold on to it perfectly. Okay, so this is how it looks like holding on to his mask. Pretty cool. And next I'm going to use these electrical effects on him. Yep, basically you need to switch to these original hands, and from here I can see there's something like a clip here. Okay, so I think all you need to do is just click on his wrist. Sorry guys, that's the wrong way of using this effects part. I'm going to show you the right way now. So from here at the back of the effects part, you can see there is something like a hook right over here. Yes, this sharp thing here. So you're supposed to actually hook it in between the fingers, something like this. Can you see that? Yep, so this is how he can actually hook on to the effects parts. Wow, now that's pretty cool. So I set up the stance, and you can actually turn it around if you want it to. Just bend it however you want to. Of course, you see it's not very solid as compared to the original. This one is very shaky. And to use all these very nice effects parts, you can see there's a pack here. So you just need to remove the claw. Yep. And then from here you can just pop it in. Yeah, this is how simple it is. Just pop it off and just pop it in. Oh, okay, this one you can actually remove, or you can pop it back in. Yes, this is how he looks like with all these effects parts. Yeah, this is just nice. Now this fixed stand is rather hard to use because the clip just keep coming off, so you just got to be very patient, but it does looks good with the effects parts. Wow. Okay, there's been a little bit of misunderstanding. The joint that got broken is actually not the actual Sentinel Toys joint. The original Sentinel Toys joint is right over here. Yeah, the one that got broken is a third-party joint, which I actually gotten last time, that's supposed to make the head slightly taller so that he doesn't look like he have a short neck. Yeah, that's the joint that got broken. So all I need to do is just to get this piece out, replace back with the original joint from Sentinel Toys, and I'll be all good to go. Do click on the likes button if you enjoyed the review. Okay, so for the size comparison, I like to start off with some Marvel Legends. Unfortunately, I have sold off my Miles Morales, so I have Miles G Morales, aka Prowler, and also this Maximum Spider-Man. Oh my god, he's so tiny. Next, let's compare with some SH figures. I do have these adult versions of Miles, which is from Across the Spiderverse, as well as this Gwen Stacy, which is also from Across the Spiderverse. And next we'll compare with some Mayfax. I do have this Miles Morales. Wow, he still looks bigger than him. As well as this Gwen Stacy, which is also from Mayfax. And lastly, I would like to compare, of course, with the Sentinel Toys Miles Morales. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that it is such a huge size difference between these two. As well as this Peter B. Parker, which is also from Sentinel Toys. Okay, so for my final thought, I think this is an acceptable bootleg, even though it's not as good as City Toys. It does have its flaw like sloppy paints, the joint seems fragile, and the biggest grab is that it is very small, just like City Toys. Other than that, I do think that the accessory kind of make up for it. So if you're like me, you're just interested in the accessory for the regular Miles Morales, yeah, I do think that you can actually get this just for the accessory, and the figure is just a bonus that comes with it. So once again, I do hope that you enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video. Click on this video before I kick your
language.